Well, Pookie, put the fries in the bag because, oh my gosh, we're back with another snapshot. Now I want to get ahead of the curve with this one and say, yes, upon first glance, it's not that very big, but no, you're wrong. The changes that have been made inside of the snapshot are really, really good, and whatever is going on under the hood is insane. By the time that we are done with this update, I said it with past updates, I'll say it again, we're going to have a brand new beast, maybe even a new Dodge Charger. Smash that like button right now, and let's dive into all of the details of today's brand new snapshot. So there I was, sitting around, absolutely not crossing my boat, because I mean, after all, who actually uses these things? Today's snapshot dropped way earlier than normal, so that's kind of what's up with that. Now, our first big change that I like to take a look at, the crossbow. When I load the crossbow, the animation here has been changed, or fixed, I guess I should say. Look, you'll have to excuse my ignorance. Maybe I'm not familiar enough with the crossbow. I haven't touched it since 1.14. The crossbow's animation, though, when you load it up, the change here involves how it moves over from the side of the screen, releasing the right-click button, and bumping over to the front of the screen. Now, when I walk around and I'm holding nothing, the crossbow stays. I'm pretty sure that's how that's worked. I don't know. Maybe all one of the crossbow-using community is here and can enlighten me. One thing that is absolutely brand new here, though, it involves the tooltip. And check this out. When I take a look at the crossbow right there, projectile, firework rocket, flight duration 1, all of the information and details on the firework. And then let's say I loaded this crossbow up with a plain old arrow, went ahead and checked the tooltip. Well, yes, it tells me again, projectile, arrow, durability, whatever. This is a pretty nice one. It's kind of cool. Now, this is going to go for all other types of arrows in the game as well. We load up a crossbow with some kind of tipped arrow, check out the tooltip, and well, we get a little bit of information, way more than I would have ever gotten before when it comes to a tipped arrow. So it's showing me that I'm going to get jump boost, and when this jump boost is applied to somebody, +1 safe fall distance. Oh, it's so cool. It's super fire. I really like this change. What it makes me wonder is, what about, say, like a spectral arrow? If I go ahead and load that up into the crossbow and check it out. Well, all right. Back over on the main menu. In case you were wondering, inside of this snapshot, still no experimental toggles, and these I don't know what happened to them. I don't know, man. Creating myself a brand new world for this snapshot, though, jumping in immediately. Oh my god, it's back. It's so beautiful. I was wondering, I was so worried what happened with all these leaves. Like, they were just disappeared, straight up removed from world generation, and they're returned inside of this snapshot. If you run around inside of the forest, there are more leaves all over the ground again, except I can't tell. Maybe somebody will have to enlighten me on this one. Are there still less leaves than there were initially, or is this how it was initially? I can't remember. Well, wowie zowie mama, this is one of the most beautiful Minecraft world seeds that I think I have ever seen. The outpost on the giant mountain, that goes hard. Sending myself over to another biome that was affected by this leaf bug, the dark oak forest biome, and I mean, yeah, from the sky you could tell, but from the floor you could really tell that the leaves, they are back again. Once again, we have leaf supremacy all over the floor inside of this biome. I had a feeling it was just a bug, but like I say from time to time with the bugs, huh? Like what? What in the world? Why? I try and not be too tinfoil hatty in the snapshot videos, but I can't help but wonder just how and maybe why the leaves were completely broken in the last snapshot. I can't help but wonder if they will maybe be tied to a further world mechanic, maybe sometime soon. After all, as we know sometimes, bugs are tied to new features. And for example, we were just talking about it earlier this week in this video right here, but the shulker box, so in earlier snapshots for this update, if I threw everything inside of a shulker box, backed out of the shulker box, then went ahead and broke the shulker box, well, all of the items inside of the shulker box would be thrown on the ground. Now, in the last snapshot, that one was fixed. It was reverted, and it works perfectly how it's meant to again. If I go ahead and pick the shulker box up, though, and take a look at the tooltip, well, yes, that's kind of how it's always worked. But maybe inside of this snapshot, we have a small glimpse into just what might have gone down with the shulker box and why it broke. I'm not too sure if this is going to be directly related or what, but in the changelog, container items stored contents shulker boxes, huh? All containers with items inside of them will now show a tooltip. So in a normal survival setting, this isn't going to work, but if I go ahead and control pick, like I go ahead and pick block the chest to essentially duplicate it, allegedly speaking, the tooltip, oh, there's a tooltip here showing off the first, what is that? The first 6 items in a little bit more. Wow. Now this makes me wonder, what about, say, an ender chest? Let's say I had a pickaxe with one of the most beautiful item names of all time. Subscribe. Which, this is a quick reminder, I've noticed lately that a lot of you who are watching these videos are not subscribed, and that's a true tragedy. To stay up to date with Minecraft and everything that's happening, leaks, information, farms, and more, tap that subscribe button. There are 5 fire videos a week new for you. Live stream shorts, everything else, all included. The ender chest. If I go ahead and silk touch this thing with things inside of it, do I get a tooltip now, or do I not? Oh, tragically, no. This change should work on other containers, like, say, the barrel, though, so at least that's cool. Inside of this week's snapshot, we have a minor little redstone fix here going on with pistons and block updates happening or not happening. Some piston operations do not send to neighbor updates, and this is an issue from previous snapshots inside of this snapshot cycle. Long story short here, if we went ahead and powered a piston, sometimes some of those piston operations would not cause neighbor updates like they used to before the first snapshot of this update cycle. It's a great, nice little fix to see fixed, and a reminder that, remember, snapshots sometimes are a little buggy and might break your beautiful redstone door. One word: movement. Oh boy. It's a very crucial part of a Minecraft, you could say. Like, if you want to play the game, typically, usually, in most scenarios, you're like, say, moving around. Maybe, specifically, diagonally moving around. At the beginning of the snapshot era, an interesting change, or fix I guess I should say, was made involving movement. In this snapshot, they've done something almost unprecedented. 2 bugs, MC271065 and 152728. Inside of this snapshot, alongside the removal of like 40-something bugs, we have the re-implementation of 2. Alright, so check this out. This is movement in the previous snapshot. If I go ahead and sneak and then move in a diagonal line, so I'm pressing 2 keys, I am moving like pretty slow. Technically speaking, this is logical. Like, you don't speed up when you crouch and sneak in real life. In the new snapshot, if I go ahead and pull the same move, I'm sneaking and I'm moving diagonally. Oh, I don't know if you can tell there, but my movement essentially is not normalized. This change right here is a massive reversion of a change that they made earlier on, and it makes sneaking move you a little bit faster again. Kind of like it has since like, well, 1.9 or something. MC271065 diagonal movement is not normalized when crouching or using certain items. MC152728, the player continues sprinting when performing actions that slow them down. Oh, they heard the community. They went ahead and did it. The movement changes that they went ahead and made involving sneaking, they affected not only the PvP community, the speed bridging community, but also, well, the movement community as a whole. So the easiest way to show this off is, again, check this out. While I sneak and then I move in a diagonal line, I sneak a little bit quicker. I can also be running and sneak, and, well, my sneaking is like a little bit quicker than it would be if I was just like walking and started sneaking. So in a powerful combo of moves, you could run, move into sneaking immediately, move diagonal, and you're moving like actually like pretty quickly here if you couldn't tell. You could use this in, say, like parkour, maybe PvP scenarios, or maybe even a little bit of speed bridging. I can't believe it. I mean, I love it. It's great. They heard the community, but I just can't believe it. Speed bridging and moving diagonally a little bit quicker. I mean, this has been restored. One of these bugs is like a pretty ancient bug, and it kind of basically got soaked up by the community and turned into essentially a core gameplay mechanic. This thing's been in the game since 1.14.2. To add a little bit more context on the changelog, we'd love to see it, a developer's note. After consideration, we've decided to revert both the fixed bugs. We want to do this to revisit these mechanics in the future. It's clear that these recent fixes alone don't quite hit the mark, and there were too many negative side effects for parkour, speed bridging, and movement in general. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy and pretty amazing to see being re-implemented into the game. Side note, is kind of funny. I've been working on a little side project here involving this movement changes, loosely writing a script or just some like bullet points, collecting research, whatever for a video, and well, I guess that's kaput. Wait, what in the world? Why do these pigs have the glowing effect? I didn't do that. That's weird. Anyways, moving on. Shield blocking. It's an interesting little mechanic that has had some changes inside of this snapshot. So this is going to be hard to show off, I think, but essentially, in a single-player world, if I were blocking something... that sound right there, I don't think that sound was playing previously. The blocking sound has been fixed. There was a bug, like, in the game for a long time that would cause the sound to basically not be heard in single-player scenarios. Like somebody else, if that were my friend Mikael attacking me, well, Mikael would, like, hear my shield blocking sound, but I wouldn't necessarily hear a single thing. Bug 98,271st. The sound of blocking a shield is only hearable by other players. That's exactly what I'm talking about, and it's been bugged since Minecraft 1.9, the combat update, like the first one. That's insane. The sound apparently does not play in single player. And now seemingly related to that one, Geggy Beans over here on Twitter, a Minecraft developer. Right as the snapshot dropped, we got an interesting and new video from Geggy over on Twitter. So if we go ahead and tap in and listen in here, we have a pufferfish of protection using this as a shield, and oh, it was playing like the thorn sound. A pufferfish of protection, and then like look, specifically what this means, I don't fully know, but I think it definitely relates to all of the shield bug stuff. And sliding over to the changelog here with the new technical components section, this definitely has got to relate to some of the other shield changes inside of the snapshot as well. So right here, we have a brand new component called the blocks attacks. That means you can create a brand new custom item that the player can hold and block an attack with. It seems that right here, you can customize the block delay time, the cooldown time, the damage reductions, and well, yeah, like basically everything with it. I'm assuming including sound. I don't even have to assume. Block sound, yeah, including sounds and everything like that. Essentially, this is the setup to add a brand new shield or different items into the game that can block things. I'm always wondering what Mojang is cooking with these updates, but like, it was a big thing that I had talked about during the Tricky Trials update. How do we only have one shield in the game and it's made out of wood? It seems like this is like one of the greatest missed opportunities here. You should be able to make like a shield out of many of the other materials as well. Or my cool idea is maybe you can't make these other shields, but instead you need to find them and say like a vault or something. Then once you find them, you can repair them, but you cannot craft them initially. It's just weird that we don't have any more shields, and maybe sometime soon that's gonna change. Now, a huge component, a core component of this snapshot, if you will, is even more technical capabilities here. Interestingly, we have some strange cat variant tag stuff, where they actually went ahead and just removed some tags. And then we've got even more interesting tags involving spawn conditions and different mobs, including pig variants, wolf variants, cat variants, and last but not least, the frog variants as well. They can be data-driven now. Or, well, just about all of those mobs I just fired off can be data-driven. A really interesting one here that confuses me a little bit is spawn conditions moon brightness. It checks that the current moon brightness is within a certain range. What this could maybe affect here, other than, say, slime spawning, I'm not too sure. Donkey, donkey, my beautiful donkey. My best friend, Donkey. In the last snapshot, something very strange went down with donkeys, and actually, initially in the first snapshot video, I completely missed it. After that, did a little bit of a follow-up for you. It was super fun. Thanks for checking it out, and we took a little bit of a closer look at the donkey here. Please like me. What's taking you so long? And well, inside of this snapshot, finally, the horse armor thing, tragically, that whole box has been removed from the donkey and just doesn't exist any longer. We kinda could have assumed from the start that this was all just a simple bug, and yeah, sure enough, it was, but it still really makes me wonder. Inside of this new snapshot, a couple of changes, minor changes, and bug fixes, polishing going on relating to the test blocks right here. If I go ahead and place this down to interact with the block, no longer is the background going to have this clean blur. And also, related to the test blocks, I talked about wanting some kind of like built-in vanilla test, and it was in front of my eyes the entire time. If I go ahead and create this test, always pass test right here, interact with the block, right here I can see the setup for a test. If I go ahead and tap load and run, right here we can go ahead and see that this test is loaded and ran. We get the green beacon thing that we were talking about in the last snapshot, and then in chat right there we can see that all required tests have passed. A whole ton of bug fixing has gone down inside of the snapshot involving this block as well. And last things last today, at least I believe, axolotl fans rejoice, because at last, now if you bucket an axolotl, unlike how it behaved in the previous snapshot, the color is now preserved again. That means that blue rare axolotl you grinded for hours for, well, if you lost in the last snapshot, it's gone, but now they're back. At least they work good now. Minecraft snapshot 25w04a. That's just about it for today. So thank you all so much for watching today's snapshot video. I hope you enjoyed. Tap that like button. Make sure you subscribe. Catch all the other cool content I've been cooking up. And of course, the more vanilla Minecraft updates. Hopefully a big one next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.